let's just start however you are. You can stay sitting or standing, just making contact with our body. So if you want to just give your hands a little rub, create a bit of kind of nice warmth, and then just however feels nice around the back of your head and then around the back of your neck. You're just making that kind of nice contact with your body, tuning into how it feels and maybe giving it a little bit of love and attention. And you can give your hands another little rub. And just bring the warm palms of your hands over your eyes, leaving space so that you can breathe through your nose. I'm not sure if they can see me in the camera. Is it worth?
Why don't we come into this position?
Okay. Let me see. There you go. Yeah, just feel the warmth of your hands seeping into the face. Maybe taking a couple of deep breaths. Each time you breathe out, a sense of just letting the body melt down into the ground, supporting you. And then you could give your whole face just some kind of stroke from top to bottom. Might like to let your fingers meet in the middle of your forehead and just have a little sweep out across the forehead. And then another little rub of your hands. And crossing them onto each shoulder, you're kind of giving yourself a nice hug, and then sweeping down the arms and off. Just however feels nice for you, with a hug and the connection all the way down your hands and through your arms and through your hands. Hands. And then just down the front of your body, down the torso. So you're slightly dusting yourself off. It was nice there. And go back to rubbing the hand, we'll do the same down the back. Just wherever you can reach. Down and perhaps with the buttocks or outside. If you've got any tightness in the lower back, you might want to just give it a bit more of a kind of rub. So noticing what's going on in your body, what does it mean? Rub of the hands. And then down the legs into the feet. Wherever you can reach, might just be down the thighs if you're sitting. And maybe just coming back to a sitting, standing position and taking a pause. Notice how this body, mind, heart space feels. And maybe checking in, what does it need? And if possible, tending to that need in terms of this next little bit of body scanning, whether you want to lie down, that's what the body needs, or if you want to stay sitting. Just however you would like to be in order to take care of your body. You might want to stay standing. I'm going to sit just for simplicity. However you choose to be, making sure you've got enough support under the body, around the body. And enough to keep your body warm, cared for. And first of all, following my instructions if you wish, but also tending to whatever feels right for you in each moment. You might want to follow your own instructions for this practice or parts of it. And we're going to bring, the intention is to bring a kind of friendly curiosity to each part of our body, turn by turn, as if we're shining a kind of warm torchlight on each part, and simply noticing what's there. So you might want to start with finding connection with the ground below. Just noticing the different parts of your body that are resting into the ground. Maybe just noticing the texture of whatever's underneath your body. Softness or hardness, a warmth or a coolness. Each time you notice a breath flowing out, you can use that as an invitation for the body to just let go and rest a little bit more into this support. So that there's nothing really for the body to do. And then when you're ready, you might like to start by placing a hand over the heart. And just take a moment to notice the warmth and the contact of your hand with the heart space. Perhaps as you do so, you might also notice just this gentle rise and fall that the breath brings to the body as a whole, but particularly around the chest and the heart, torso. A bit like the waves of the sea rolling into the seashore, rolling back out. And this might serve as an anchor, a place for you to come back to if you get a bit lost in the practice, or the mind is getting very busy. Be coming back to this place around the heart space, around the flow of the breath. As a way of steadying and reconnecting with the practice. You can leave the hand there if that's helpful, or you can rest the hand back down. Letting your attention drop all the way down to the feet. Imagine that you're turning a nice warm torchlight, shining it on your feet. And bringing this friendly curiosity down from the heart space into the feet. And simply noticing, how are the feet right now? Contact that they might make with whatever's around them. Layers of clothing. And maybe sensations in the feet themselves. these different sensations that kind of tell us that we have feet at the end of our legs. And in your own time, you can zoom your awareness in and out of different parts of the feet. Toes, perhaps. Or the heels. The skin at the bottom or the skin at the top. And then you might like to follow a breath, almost as if you're breathing down to the feet. Back out from the feet. And as you breathe out, allowing the feet to dissolve into the background of your awareness. And shifting that warm spotlight to the legs. The lower legs. The shape of the knees. The upper legs. This whole length of leg from the ankles up to the hips. What do we notice now in this part of the body? The length of the legs, the weight of them resting on the support below. Perhaps the contact that clothing makes around our legs. The envelope of skin. And whether there's any difference between the back of the legs and the front of the legs. And what we might notice is that there's not much sensation in some of these parts of our body, and that's okay. It's part of this awareness. Friendly curiousness to whatever's showing up. Again, you might like to follow a breath in, and as that breath leaves, letting go of the legs, letting them fade into the background. And shifting that torchlight of your awareness to the upper body, to the torso. Back of the torso might be resting on the ground if you're lying. Length of the torso might be more noticeable if you're sitting. And again, in your own way, exploring the back of the torso, the front. Bringing that friendly curiosity to this part of the body. And what we might find as we're doing this scanning through the body is that the mind has a different idea. Maybe it wants to go off and get interested and distracted by something else, a sound or a memory. So again, we can bring that friendly, curious attitude to that and simply notice, maybe name where the mind went. And then gently, kindly, deliberately bring it back to the place in the body that we're exploring, the torso. And simply begin again with looking at this part of the body from the inside, feeling sensations around this part of the body. And then you might like to take again a nice long, steady breath into this torso space, filling up at the front and the back and the sides. And then as that breath flows out, letting go of the torso in your awareness, and deliberately shifting to the arms, from the shoulders down to the hands. And noticing anything that's showing up in and around the hands, fingers, fingertips. Perhaps the contact of the hands with whatever they're resting on. Backs and fronts of the hands. And then slowly in your own time making journey back up to the shoulders, through the lower arms, bend in the elbows, upper arms. Perhaps zooming out and holding the whole of both arms in your awareness. What does it feel like to have these arms at the side of our bodies? And the breath comes and goes, allowing the arms to fade into the background and moving up through the neck to the head. You might notice the back of your head more clearly if you're lying on the ground. You might be more aware of the crown of the head if you're sitting. Space between the ears. And then maybe start to explore the facial expression and the different parts of the face. What do the eyes feel like in the eye sockets? What does the tongue feel like inside the mouth? What does it feel like to invite the breath up towards the head as you breathe in? Noticing any sensations around the head and the face. And then slowly starting to zoom out again, to take in the whole body, sitting or lying here. Connecting the head all the way back up with the feet where we started. Maybe noticing this whole body space, the envelope of skin around the whole body. Perhaps inviting the breath to flow in and out of this whole body space. As if you're filling up to the layer of skin, emptying out from that outer layer of skin.
So we just continue our exploration. So you're very welcome if you want to just stay where you are, lying, come into a seated position, whatever feels comfortable for you. So we're inherently relational beings. And part of the delights of mindfulness, of awareness itself, is to notice what happens within this body space. We come into relationship with ourselves and each other in meditation and in our daily lives. So we're going to spend half an hour just exploring the place within our bodies which is traditionally seen as the meeting point between our inner life and our outer life. Sometimes described as the heart space. As far as possible, try not to get too literal about this term. Just feeling into your experience. Just aware in your experience, do you feel that sensitivity towards yourself and others is located? Where is that meeting point? Maybe giving emphasis to exploring the front face of our body. And using our breath and this term, the torch of mindfulness, the torch of awareness. Just exploring the energetic feel of this heart space. This bridge between ourselves and other. How is it right now? a sense of shape, colour, the quality of the energy. How is our heart today, right now? Turning towards these experiences, these sensations, with curiosity. So this heart to the front, this heart that meets our life, our inner life and outer life. It's like a growing edge, living edge, a much larger heart, a deeper heart, the heart behind, beneath. We reach back into our bodies. feeling back into that heart that's always been there. It's feeling back deep into the body. Feeling for, being curious about the sense of the deep, responsive heart, the loving heart. The heart in the back, or in the hands. There's the heart in our eyes. The heart alive in the face, the throat, chest and belly. The heart within the pelvis. Where is the edge of this deeper heart? What is its colour? Quality, the energy of this living heart. invitation to just feel a sense of the whole body, the responsive heart. Knowing ourselves and the world through this precious body. A doorway through which love can flow. So we have the leading edge of the heart, whose qualities change moment for moment. The deeper heart of the body with its own rhythms. It creates this opening into what we might describe as the space behind our body. Extending our awareness into the space behind us or beneath us if we're lying down. A felt sense of this precious body. Is opening into the space around, and particularly behind us, beneath us. And know that that space too is love. Relax, be held in love. Vibrancy, luminosity, And the space of awareness itself is love. Relax. Inviting, encouraging sense of all these three levels of heart to be present. The variable heart changes moment to moment. And the stability of the deeper heart of the whole body. And the deepest heart in awareness itself. Relax. Just taking time to just completely let go of any focus, direction of thought. Just allow ourselves to completely relax and absorb our experience as it is. Aware of ourselves, aware of each other. Bring the practice to a close. Ensuring you have a sense of the breath in the body, and contact with the earth, the sky. And bring the practice to a close.